Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the fourth and final session of Day 4 of ALYFE Connects, our very first virtual event brought to you exclusively by ALYFE Group. True to form, we are finishing off the day's events with a live music performance, and we are very, very honored and very, very excited to have with us as our special guest tonight, Bobby Tan, singer, songwriter, and all-round great guy. Bobby will be a very familiar face to most of you cool cats and kittens on the KL circuit as he performs around most of the most happening bars and restaurants and clubs, if you like, in the city. So we are very excited to have Bobby, and we can't wait to have him play for us tonight. Please, without further ado, Bobby Tan.
Thank you, Jacob. Hello there.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Bobby. I will be singing some songs for you guys tonight. I hope you all have like a glass of alcohol ready somewhere. And let me serenade you on this rainy Thursday evening. I really appreciate everyone tuning in today, so here we go. I know you're stunning, no, you're absolutely stunning, and I'm running, always running in. Now I'm crying if only cause I'm caring. So if you were more daring, maybe you stop staring, then come over and talk to me and tell me about how you've been waiting so patiently. Now you try, but I just walk away. Now say, yeah, well, you know, I shy that way. I shy that way. You know I love you so shy. You shy that way. Ooh, you know you're stunning, no, you're absolutely stunning, that you're always running, but I'll catch up to you. The way you keep your distance is keeping my interest, so I keep it persistent and as maybe someday in some way and somehow in some town we'll get together and I will break it down. I'll ask you why have you been so shy, gotta be that way, but maybe baby, oh love, I like it that way. You shy that way. You know I love you so shy. You shy that way. One more time, come on now, So keep it coming, shy that way. A little mesh up now. You show the lights that stop me, turn to storm, shining when I'm alone. And so I tell myself that I'll be strong and dreaming when they're gone, 'cause they're calling me home, calling home. You show the lights that stop me, turn to storm, you shining when I'm gone. Oh, it's too much talking, I wanna just keep walking, but I keep staring, baby, I keep staring, though I may not know the right thing to say. Give it out to you one day. I shy that way, yeah. Do you like it when I shy? Yes, I like it when you shy. You shy that way. One more time. So keep it coming, shy that way. You know it's alright, it's okay, 'cause we're shy that way.
I think everybody at home is going to join me in a round of applause for that one, Bobby.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you so much.
You are my 16th guest of the week, and I don't think any of them, even the ones we've had performing live music, have quite made an entrance as you just did. So thank you very much.
I'm a very extra person, so
well,
I have to
wearing that shirt, I can tell. I'm kind of jealous of it, to be honest. It's a lot more funky than mine is.
You should take your shirt off. I think you should take your shirt off, Jacob.
I don't think the viewers at home want to see that, Bobby Tan. I mean, this might be a private group, but it's not that kind of private group. Okay, so we'll keep the shirt on for now. All right.
Right.
But you seem in remarkably good spirits, Bobby. How are you doing over there, despite all this lockdown business?
Yeah, I heard that the MCO just got extended to May 12th. Woo! More time at home.
Literally just the same. So, I mean, let's face it, it wasn't much of a surprise, I guess. And you've got to put safety first, especially at this time of year. The timing couldn't be worse with Ramadan around the corner. So, you know, I think it would have been the worst thing to suddenly let a load of people back out to celebrate. As much as Raya is, of course, a very important time for friends and family and celebrating together, it's the exact opposite of the social distancing we should be practicing. So, right, better safe than sorry. So,
shame. And it's also up to the doctors and frontliners. We don't want their efforts to all go to waste. My childhood friend is actually a doctor. No. He's been giving me like day-to-day update at the hospital, and yep, cases are going down. Like, although they are getting very tired, but
they are getting very tired. But they're doing a fantastic job. And actually, what I don't think gets enough press is how amazing I think certainly the overall infection rate and indeed the recovery rate in Malaysia is far better than so many other countries are doing. You know, a lot of other people are suffering, but Malaysian doctors and frontliners, you're doing an amazing job. So shout out to them. Everyone watching at home, do your bit to support them as and how you can. There's a lot of people who need help with, be it donations, be it supplies, be it help. So any charities your friends work for or anyone doing any special work in the sector, please show them some love. Yeah. So Bobby, how have you been doing in the lockdown up until this period? And I know that you're a creative guy day and night. I know that your day job is on the video side of things, but I know that you spend a lot of time performing, a lot of time with your band, a lot of time performing solo. So tell me about like how you've been using this time at home to unleash your creative energy.
Well, to be honest, I haven't been playing solo in a really long time. Like playing solo was my college days, and since I moved to KL, I started, playing music with a whole bunch of people, and I had a band now. So usually I play my band, but because of the lockdown, we won't be able to get together and write songs or anything. So I have been working solo for the past month. Wow, can't believe I just said that. Like we've been on a lockdown for over a month, and
over a month. Yeah, so, the days are melting into one now. It's hard to believe. Huh?
And because of the lockdown, I actually found a beauty in writing by myself again, and not much distraction. And you actually get all these time together to really just collect. And I think I haven't done that in a long time because KL is a very busy compared to back in college where I was in Buffalo, New York. It's like a very suburb town, and it's like a suburb, very quiet, community. It's just quite far apart, not like KL where it's just so much abundance and it's just constantly something's happening all the time, and I'm constantly on the go.
Yeah, KL is a very small city, as most of us know, and it's all the better for it. There's always something going on. There's always something to do. There's always somewhere to hang out. But it's very easy to get caught up and swept up in all of that. And I think for a lot of people, they found once they got used to the whole lockdown scenario situation and just accepted that we can't go anywhere for a while, I think a lot of people have put this time to good use.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Yeah. People should, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good time. It's a good time to learn something new, even just to read that book that that you put to your side for a long time. It's a good time to reassess your personal priorities and everything. So good. I'm glad to see you've been productive. What is, like, you mentioned the whole songwriting thing. What is the songwriting process like for you? Like how, where do you start when it comes to, I mean, this is a very big question, but when it comes to sort of inspiration or thinking about what to write about, what to sing about, where does it all start for you if you want to write a brand new song?
Number one, you just mentioned it, it's inspiration. I think without inspiration you can't get anywhere. As much as you want to write about something, I feel like writing, it's pretty much how you feel all the time. it's not like when you're writing a book without a context, right? It's always come from somewhere special or somewhere. When I say special, I mean, something very significant that happened in your life or around the people that you surround yourself with. And once comes inspiration, and then you start writing, and then you put the pieces together. And most of the songs that I wrote is usually, happens after a certain significant event that happened in my life.
You can always tell when someone is putting a lot of personal emotion and energy and experience into a song. So these significant moments you mentioned, are they more of the, I mean, this sounds really, really sad and depressing, but are they more of like are they more of the heartbreak variety?
I think it's a mixture, because you go through all these different significant stages in your life. The first time you fall in love, the first time you had a heartbreak, someone dumped you, or and then the first time you move out of town, the first time you're away from your family, the first time you've experienced something amazing that you never thought of experiencing, with a whole bunch of friends. So it's all these different things that sort of inspire me.
Right, there's a lot of different journeys that we all go on, personal and otherwise.
100%, yeah.
Social, professional. Life is a very rich tapestry, and you're just born to sing about it. Good question here, actually. This is on the comments. So much for what inspires you, but this is a good question here. Someone's just asked, and that is, who inspires you? Do you have like a particular muse or like an idol? Whether it's someone that's close to you who inspired you to get into all this in the first place, or maybe it's an artist you really look up to and really want to emulate when you sing. Who inspires you?
Of course, I think that's what made someone a singer-songwriter in the first place, because like some things something inspired them, right? I started singing at very, very young age for as long as I could remember, but I started picking up the guitar when I when I discovered this artist. His name is Butch Walker. He's a music producer, not so much of a stage performer, but he produces and writes songs for a lot of big artists now today. But when I learned about him, he highly inspired me to start writing and start playing the guitar and even playing the piano as well, because like every time he does a show, he's always like by himself, only him and his guitar, or he'll switch back and forth between the piano and the keyboard, which is very cool. It's
very cool. And I bet when you first picked up the guitar and learned to play, it was one of his songs.
Or it's definitely his song. The first song that I ever learned how to play the guitar is his songs. Like the first 10 songs, actually.
And I bet you still know that song, don't you?
I didn't prepare any of his songs, but I guess I don't mind trying.
By all means, man, the stage is yours. No pressure here. It's just you and me and our viewers at home, of course. But no pressure at all. But if not one of those, then I would love to hear.
Can I play you an original song?
Yeah. You can play me whatever you want. By all means, I'd love to hear an original song.
Let's start with something simple, just like a simple love song that I wrote for someone that I fell in love with. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's hear it.
Is that okay? I know I'm being cheesy here right now, but let's just start with something simple first. We'll get to the dirty things later.
I think that's it wouldn't be a live acoustic session without a little bit of cheese, Bobby. You're allowed to.
I do love cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, but I can only take a small amount of.
Do your best.
I will try. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics.
Look. There's a vote of confidence from Andy Lim. He loves your originals, and I'm sure everyone listening at home is about to too. So there you go. You need no further instruction. Take it away.
This song's called Little Things. I wrote this song a couple years ago. It's for those who struggle with, I wrote this song because sometimes I see a lot of people around me, they struggle with their self-esteem, like a lot of my friends. And sometimes when the way that they rant at me, it's like it kills me. So this song is like a gentle reminder that it's not how you look on the outside. It's more than just what's on the inside. It's all these little things that people tend to miss. And
little things. What a beautiful message. All right, please, man, the stage is yours.
Again, thank you guys for tuning in. This song's called Little Things. so cool when you cross your arms like that. You drive me crazy when you turn to me and smile. I don't know what it is. It could be the way you move your lips, 'cause when you speak, your speeches are so inspiring. I hope I'm not too much, but not shower you with all the compliments. Don't walk away, 'cause here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something about you that is so irresistible. There's some kind of magic, some magic that is so incredible. I can't help myself but to keep falling for you. The little things that really matter, that makes you beautiful. Yeah. I can't help but notice that cute little dimples on your cheeks and smell on your skin. It got me so high, just like Eve, when you push your hair back, and I swear I can swim in them for days. And when you sing, my heart starts dancing round your knee. A pair of shorts and pinks, you got me head over my heels. Keep trying, you're killing me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something about you that is so irresistible. There's some kind of magic, some magic that is so incredible. I can't help myself but to keep falling for you. The little things that really matter, that makes you beautiful. You keep telling yourself that you are not the one. You're good enough, I hope you realize. You're the light, keep shining like a beacon in the darkness of our lives. You got it all, you got it all, you got it all, baby. You got it all, you got it all, you got it all, baby. I can't help myself but to keep falling for you. The little things that really matter, that makes you beautiful. You look so cool when you cross your arms like that. Like that.
Again, everybody at home, join me, please, in a round of applause for the brilliant Bobby Tan.
Thank
What
you
an
guys.
amazing
Thank you
sound!
so much.
I like it a lot. You know what? You remind me of Newton Faulkner. This is the kind of vibes I'm getting from this performance. You know?
Yeah, I'll take that as
Very-
a compliment. I'll take that as a big, big compliment. So thank you.
I mean, you could do with a bit more length on the dreadlocks, but you know, you got some Newton Faulkner vibes going on. It's very, look, maybe it's just the hand tapping on the guitar.
Maybe
It's
after
very,
lockdown, you'll see me show up at bars and you'll see me in dreadlocks. Yeah.
well, dude, I mean, we're now locked indoors for at least the next 2 weeks. Take the time to grow your hair out, you know?
Right. I can only imagine like friends have been sending me selfies. Like we've been having like this selfie competition going every week. Like just don't cut your hair, don't shave, nothing. Just like send me a picture every week and see how bad it gets. Some people's hair grows this way, and some people's hair just grow this way. Like
yeah, I couldn't. I cut my hair very short before I even knew we were going into lockdown. So mine's kind of, that's why I'm wearing a hat.
Nah.
But
I'm a hairdresser, so
I think in the first week of quarantine, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep growing the beard out and until we go back to work. But it's been 6 weeks, and so I couldn't do it anymore. I had to shave. I looked like a caveman. It was horrible, but like a kind of a prepubescent caveman, like one who hasn't quite got there yet. It was horrible. So the beard had to go.
I'm sure you look fine.
Yeah, that's too kind, Bobby.
It's fine, super fine.
Oh, honestly, you're just I don't know what you're drinking, but you've had too much of it. So put it down.
Remember the wedding we went together? You were my date. Remember that? Although we were drunk all the time, the entire time at the wedding.
Well, you said it now, and this is going out on. This is going to be recorded and posted on YouTube and Facebook. So you know what? Might as well tell the world that Bobby and I went to a wedding together about 18 months ago now. That was fun. That was a fun day.
Remember, that wedding was full of doctors and lawyers. It was the safest wedding that we could ever ask for. So like the entire time.
Well, you know what? Like it was in front of the parents, but then
the parents are doctors as well. Yeah.
The after party, doctors get pretty wild, I guess, because they know exactly what alcohol does to the system. So they know exactly how to do it. They know exactly how to measure it. So
they need to know how to party. They have to. I mean, look at them now. They're all frontliners. That's the only way to keep them going. Yeah.
True. I bet when all this is over, finally, I think actually everybody at home, anyone who has any doctor friends or anyone on the front lines, indeed, when all this is over and we can go out, you make sure that you buy your frontline friends a drink or 10 because they have done absolutely everything to deserve it. So
yeah.
Anyway, Bobby, back to you, because this evening is really all about you and you playing for audience. So thank you for sharing that song with us. I mean, you could tell definitely like the emotion, the energy, and the place that it came from, which was lovely.
Appreciate it.
So when it comes to writing like an original composition, do you start with the melody? Do you start with the words? Do you just hear a verse in your head which you know is going to work, and then you make that work with the music, or like what is that creative process for you when it comes to writing a song?
I write the music first, and then because I have a whole lot of other stuff that I just words. They're really just poems, I guess. Right, poems without music is called poem with music is called music. Poem with music is called lyric. Wait, what am I saying? Poems with melody is called lyrics. But I have.
You had to drink.
I'm just writing, right? Just whole bunch of stuff, different titles, different themes. But sometimes when I come up with a new melody or new chords or stuff, like I'll try to pick which writing fits the melody best, and then I work there on. Yeah, if it once I start writing, like the first verse and the first chorus, if it works, then I'll keep working on it. But if something doesn't feel right, then I usually just move on. Yeah, and
Interesting. So you mentioned you started singing at a very early age. Was that just a thing you loved to do at home? Was that something you were involved in like through school? Were you in a choir or like a little drama group?
Even before I have the ability to remember, like before I have memories, like my parents would show me all these videos of me singing when I was like 3, 4. Like I grew up with asthma, right? So I have no voice growing up. Like my voice was like, so I started having voice around when I was like 14, and that's when I was like, this is my time to shine, get on stage, and then you're definitely making up for lost time now. You're right. Like wasted like my first quarter of my life, like not having any.
No, but maybe that was the time when you were just absorbing it. Maybe it was a time that you needed to be quiet. Maybe that was that was just part of your creative process. You just didn't quite know it yet.
Right.
We got a good question here actually from Josephine, asking do you only write in English? Like,
yeah, actually, I tried writing a Chinese song one time.
How did that work?
Because when I sang it to my friend, and he was like, I have a friend who knows Chinese very well. So I was like, what do you think about this Chinese lyrics? And and he was like, do you know that song Friday by Rebecca Black?
Oh no.
It's like a Chinese version of that. I was like, fuck you.
Well, you know what? I kind of
because like I'm not Chinese educated. I went to an English school. I don't know I don't know how to write or read Chinese growing up.
Oh, my
But I
heart
think it's
kind of
definitely
bleeds,
something that I would love to acquire, though. I do not mind writing Chinese songs. I think it will be great.
All right, so maybe we'll see. Maybe in time we'll see a couple more originals from you in Chinese. But you know what? Like that story. I mean, it's kind of heartbreaking. But I respect the both of you in that story. I mean, I respect your friend for being so brutally honest, as only a good friend should be.
Right.
And I respect you for not literally smashing your guitar to pieces and giving up, because I mean that was Rebecca Black put out an awful song, and to be compared to her would be enough to put anybody.
I do enjoy it. Like me and a bunch of friends, sometimes we sing it on Fridays.
I can't. Right, it's so bad it's good, I guess you could say.
Right. Yeah, it's like watching. I'm not gonna drop any names, but let's keep going. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like it's so bad that it's so good.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's a lot of guilty. It's a lot of guilty pleasures for a lot of people, but not one of mine. It's just people say it's so bad it's good. Yeah, people say it's so bad it's good. I just say nah, it's bad.
Right. No, but guilty pleasure. I feel like I know it, but that's.
You know what? That's a good question. But also, actually, I saw something. It was like a tweet or something a while back, which actually put the idea forward that the idea itself of a guilty pleasure doesn't make sense, because if it's something that gives you pleasure, then you therefore shouldn't feel guilty about it. You know,
right.
Yeah, I can understand, I guess. So, guilty pleasure. I mean, I would say that I'm a bigger fan of like Disney than a lot of people. Yeah, but Disney is amazing, right? Like a lot of it, there's nothing original or weird about that. Everyone loves Disney. But I think that I'm probably a bigger fan of Disney than most people might assume at first.
Right.
So I guess that's what like. So I wouldn't say guilty pleasure, because again, I'm not ashamed of it. But you know, Disney is like
So no, I think by now, like at this age, at this point of our lives, like all these guilty pleasures, they don't matter anymore, because like it's something that people like laugh at you about when you're in high school, but we're all way past that, you know. We're just at the point of our lives where I like that.
We know who we are. Yeah, we know who we are at this point. You know,
exactly. It doesn't matter if you're laughing or I'm enjoying it. You're not, so you're lost.
Right, exactly. So I kind of like
first song I ever sang on stage was a Disney song. It was A Whole New World. The first song I ever performed. Yeah, I was 14.
You sang that. You sang that by yourself. I mean, because that's like a famous duet.
I have someone on stage with me. This girl.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you have a kind of a high voice, but not Jasmine high. You know, like I think you needed to go
pretty high. Can be pretty high.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Prove me wrong. Okay, but the first song you ever sang on stage, I mean, I can't help you out with that one right now because I can't do the duet with you. But do you remember the first song you sang, like you performed to an audience? Like, what was your first gig?
No, that was it. I just told you, that was it. Like, you mean like with my guitar?
That was it. Yeah, I guess like when you would, because that was when you were 14, and it's okay. I don't know.
It was 14. That was like an actual.
Maybe slightly later on in your career. Like when you were in New York, maybe. What was the first song you played in New York? Do you recall that? Or what was a song that you, when you were in New York and you were at film school, right? And I guess this is when you started performing a little bit more. Like, is there a song from that period that you remember playing more than any other? Like a song that you picked up and really enjoyed performing?
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Well, I really enjoyed my time when I was in New York. I was there for maybe like 6 years, I think, 7 years. So when I moved away from New York, back like moving to KL, it's like that separation sort of broke me a little bit. And I have so I think it was like the first major separation I ever experienced. Well, aside from leaving my family and moving to New York for like 6-7 years.
That's a pretty big separation.
Aside from that, yeah. But yeah, I fell in love. I made my own family, and I can call it own when I was in New York. So yeah, we're all still connected. So it's just that that moment inspired me to write like 20 songs, you know, because it's all these different things that happen.
A lot of a roller coaster.
You know, and then when I came back, I was all alone, and then it gives me all this time to like reminisce and start writing. Yeah.
So of those 20 songs, you've got to play us at least one.
I can. Well, actually, I play this song quite often actually with my band. It's called Far Far Away. It's about being separated from your loved ones, and I think it's kind of appropriate for everyone right now since we're all in a lockdown.
True. Okay, right. So let's do this then. This is a dedication to everyone out there who
ever like what's happening now. Everybody is just sitting around the
very,
room.
very true.
Most people.
Very, very true. So this then goes out to everybody who's far, far away, be it from families, friends, loved ones, colleagues. I mean, I bet we're even missing our horrible bosses right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have a horrible boss, but people like
who's your horrible boss?
I don't have a horrible boss.
I'm my own horrible boss. Yeah.
Oh, the perils of being self-employed. So I'm going to top up my drink. You're going to reach for your guitar and play us. So this is going to be like a love song to lockdown, a dedication to everybody who's at home, far, far away, be it from friends, family, co-workers, colleagues, bosses, horrible or otherwise. And yeah, this is Bobby Tan, Far, Far Away.
Magic balls and crystal skulls are ready to be cursed. I can't help but to feel the distance that came between us. All the witches and the wizards are up for a war, but I chose to stay in and lock the door. I'm counting raindrops here from you, it's so far, far away. 'Cause I miss your face, I miss the way you taste. Ha. When I'm with you over there, we fall like snowflakes. So slowly and beautifully, gently we sway. From the surface, everything looks like it's fine. All I really want is you to be by my side. Together we spark like fireworks in the skies. Pearls and diamonds don't even come close when they brightly shine. The feelings when I'm with you is like magic carpet high. I rest my case, this is fairy tale. La di da di da da da. She's sleeping like a beauty, wishing all the dreams they are true. He's tossing coins into the magic fountain. I would eat the poison apple if she asked me to. And in return, it's always sunny out when you open them curtains. Said Mr. Rumpelstiltskin, could you please step aside? All I really want is you to be by my side. Yeah, yeah. Together we spark like fireworks in the skies. Pearls and diamonds don't even come close when they brightly shine. The feelings when I'm with you is like magic carpet high. I rest my case, this is fairy tale, here we go again. Together we spark like fireworks in the skies. Pearls and diamonds don't even come close when they brightly shine. The feelings when I'm with you is like magic carpet high. I rest my case, this is fairy tale. Sing it with me. Dum, da, dum, da, di, da, di, da, da, dum, dum, da, dum, da, dum, da, di, da, di, da dum dum da dum da dum da dee da dee da da dum. Thank you guys.
Once again, another huge round of applause. Everybody at home, clap your hands, wave your glasses, and say thanks to Mr. Bobby Tan for another beautiful original composition. So this was during a time of your life when you just moved to New York, and like the time that you spent getting to build a new family, as you say.
No, this is actually I wrote after I left New York.
After you left New York, my mistake. Sorry.
See, like I said, sometimes things happen that way because, like I mentioned earlier, like how, to me, at least to me, songwriting is like it happens all at once like that, you know, especially when there's like a major change.
Yeah,
in
sorry,
your
yeah,
life,
back
and that was pretty major for me, and that's just all these different feelings and events that happened when I was there. I started bringing them back and try to make it last, right, by writing them down. So I just eventually turned it into music. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's literally a world apart, I suppose. In distance, and in terms of culture, society, and everything else like that. It's so you must have brought a lot back with you, and there's no wonder you sat and you wrote 20 songs. I'm sure, you know, I'm almost surprised it wasn't 25. You know, like there must have been so much like racing through your mind, coming to terms with the change that you just made, and being, because I'm sure even KL was a very different place when you came back compared to when you'd left, right?
Mm-hmm. I love KL. Like it's been like what 6-7 years now since I've been in KL, and I'm originally from Kuantan, so KL, it's like, you know, it's very, very different from where I'm from, where I was born and raised. But coming to KL, getting to know you, and a whole bunch of amazing peeps from around the world. That's what's amazing about KL. It's such an unconventional city. You know, it's not commercialized. It's not like Singapore. It's not Tokyo. It's not Hong Kong. But it's KL. It's fucking Kuala Lumpur. You come here, right, and you fell in love with it. Like there's no doubt about it. You know, and most people don't hear it, like, never hear about it. Yeah, they're like, KL? No, I've heard of it, I guess, you know.
You've got to scratch the surface just a little bit. Like it doesn't take long because KL is a small city, and and the circles within it are even smaller, but they all kind of still interact, and it's great because this sense of community here, and like you just said, it's like KL, and it's kind of quirky and it's kind of colorful and it's nice. Like I'm not going to name any other, you know, I'm not going to name drop anyone else or speak ill of any other cities in Southeast Asia, but you know, we know of a couple. No, you did. I'm not going to repeat them, but you know, we all know when we think of certain cities in Southeast Asia, like our first thought is, oh, it's expensive, or it's a bit boring, or this or that. It's a bit sterile, you know. Whereas KL is quirky, KL is colorful, it's cultural, but it's also kind of cosmopolitan, but it's not commercialized. It's like a beautiful balance of old and new, and east meets west. And I sound like a fucking guidebook here, but you know, you see what I'm getting. And the community here is excellent, and it's like an interesting mix of like locals and expats and everything, and just you get like a very interesting kind of tapestry of people here from all walks of life. So
for sure,
yeah, I like it here a lot.
Like
so in terms of
my whole family moved from Kuantan to KL. Yeah, not everybody loves it here. Like everybody loves it here,
right?
And you have the opportunity to make it your own. That's the best part about KL. So welcoming. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that my family will. I mean, I grew up here as well for a few years. My family lived here for a bit in the late 90s, and then I came back a few years ago. And you know, KL had changed. Times had changed since I was a kid. God, I sound so old. But you know, it was a very different place then too. But my family, I think, are planning on moving back, hopefully within the next couple of years, maybe. And I really hope that happens because it would be great to have everyone on this side of the world. So anyway, back to you. This isn't about me. This is you, of course. Since you've been back then from New York, and I know that you do a lot of obviously performing on the industry circuit, both by yourself and with your band, who keep changing their name, by the way. You keep giving your band a different name every time. I think it's hilarious. But what are they known as right now? Is it still the Damned? Is it still Bobby Tan and the Damned?
Like we all agree that it should just be all about me. everything should just be all about me, right? So
Of course.
kidding,
You are the
but
star of-
so that's why
you
we
are
came
the
up with all these different names like Bobby Tan and the not important ones, or Bobby Tan and the rejected, you know, Bobby Tan and the
the
others,
other.
Bobby Tan and everyone else. You know, yeah. So we came up with all these different names because we thought that every time we have a show and we change our name that way, then people know that I'm the important one. Nobody cares about the rest. But that's just just the running joke among me and my bandmates. They're a bunch of hilarious people.
I like it. I like it, and good sports they are too. So
Oh,
if they're involved,
yeah.
you got to respect that.
Mhm.
So you guys play this. You're a regular fixture at a lot of hotspots in KL. You know, places you're seen at all the right places. What do you enjoy most about like playing live, or like kind of where and what do you enjoy most? I mean, I'm not asking you to name drop and pick a favorite bar or whatever, but when you get a gig or the opportunity to play a gig, what is it you're looking to get out of it? You know, do you enjoy playing to a smaller audience who you can kind of have a bit of, you know, back and forth with, or do you enjoy playing somewhere because it just looks cool and it's a cool vibe?
Actually, I just like performing in general.
Because you're the star of the show.
In a small setting, it's always my favorite, you know, because it's more intimate that way with your audience. And especially when there's no platform, you know, when you're on the same ground as everyone else, you are just everyone else is on the same level, you know, and then it takes away this performer's kind of barrier where you feel like you're disconnected from your audience. And I really like that when I'm on the same level as everyone else, because it feels like we're all in the same house party together and that we're all partying together, you know. And my band is like we do a lot of like pop and blues songs, so they are like danceable music. So I like to be on the same floor as everyone else, just partying. Although I do like big crowd, I do like big audience as well, but they're obviously more stressful because like the bigger audience, like you have more ears, and then those usually happens at weddings. People pay you a lot to be professional on stage, not to party, but you're there.
You're there. You're there much more as a performer or an entertainer or as a performer rather than, you know, part of the crowd, I guess. You know, the role is slightly.
It's definitely different, but it feels great when people are enjoying your music. Like my last wedding was right before the lockdown. Actually, they managed they managed to have their wedding before before the lockdown, and 350 people showed up, and I'm still okay. So I didn't catch anything, but it was like 400. No, actually, no. It was like how many people? Like I can't remember, but it was a large crowd. It was like about 500 people, and when you see them like enjoying, actually, because like you think that when you perform at a wedding you're just someone else's background noise, but when you see them coming up to you like taking videos and clapping and dancing to your songs, it feels great. Like I think that's the whole point of being a performer, an entertainer, because your whole job is to
it must be very that must be very rewarding, actually. Do you ever still get like nervous, like when you play in front of a big? Do you feel the pressure of playing a wedding
right now? Every time, like it's part of me. It's part of my.
It's just you and me. Like forget the audience, forget the people watching this at home.
You're right. It's gonna be Jacob.
You're just cheers. You're just talking to a screen. Cheers. All right, there's nothing to be nervous about. I've seen and heard you play before.
Sorry, you saying?
Interesting. So, would it be okay ask the nervous thing? Would it be though, like, you know, a dream of yours? I mean, maybe this is a stupid question to ask a singer-songwriter, but you know, would it be a dream of yours to play a packed out stadium one day? Like, do you dream of performing in like thousands of people?
Oh yeah.
Where would you want to play if you could play on any stage at any festival?
Well, the closest one is Bukit Jalil. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Like, yeah. Like,
the first ever concert I went to. I mean, bearing in mind, you know, I grew up in both the UK and Malaysia and I spent some time in Spain. The first concert I ever went to was Westlife at Bukit Jalil Stadium, like 1998 or something.
I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to go to the concert, but I never got to because I live in Guangdong. I live in fucking Guangdong.
Bukit Jalil, dude, Bukit Jalil is one of the biggest like stadiums in the world. I think like for a football match, for a soccer match, like they can put up like over 100,000 capacity. Not many stadiums in the world can do that. Right. If you were to play at Bukit Jalil, shit, you'd be up there at the top of the list.
Taylor Swift. Like stadium tour.
I'd rather listen to you. I'd rather listen to you than Taylor Swift. I mean, she's kind of fun.
Dick, you're sweet.
Maybe I've had too much wine. Okay, so you'd like to sell out, but what about what kind of like festival do you think would be your vibe? Like, would you like to play at? I mean, surely somewhere like Coachella would be like the dream because it's so big and everything, but Coachella is very commercial, whatever. So
there's too many fucked up people at Coachella. I don't even know that if they're there to enjoy my music anymore. But although when I was back in New York, I was lucky enough to partake in a New York version of Coachella. You know, local, upstate New York. So it's not like an entire country. It's not like a Coachella, but it's like a New York version of Coachella. It's called Bonnaroo. I don't know. I can't remember the name, but I was doing open mics at a local bar, and then this band who writes with Goo Goo Dolls. I don't know if you remember the band Goo Goo Dolls.
I do. Yeah, they come out with Iris, all those.
Just like this band that writes with them. they have a band. They have a local band called ALYFE. They came up to me. They heard some of my covers. They were like, "Oh my god, you can really sing. Do you want to come to this music festival with us and sing a couple songs with us?" So that was the first time I ever performed in front of like over 1,000 people. So that was quite fun. That was actually really fun because it's a music festival. You know, I sat on my own tent and we slept in the woods. That was amazing. That was like
the artistry. Well, look, if you get the chance to do anything like that again, Mr. Kelvin Tay is going to buy his ticket and he'll come watch you play. So you've sold at least. So you've got 99.
Shout out to Kelvin.
Shout out to Kelvin. You've got 99,999 seats left to go. Well, no, 99,998 because I'm going to buy a ticket. So there's two of us. So me and Calvin are going to come and watch you play.
Thank you.
We'll just have to, blast this out, get this shown as much as we can, and we'll sell out Bukit Jalil for you, Bobby.
Yeah,
we'll make it happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bobby at Bukit. Will Moylan, he's going to buy a ticket as well.
Will.
So I think we've got maybe
whoever Will is, his profile picture looked like he's partying at a concert, so it's totally gonna be his scene. He looks like
So Will knows a good concert when he sees one, so he'll be right along there with me. I think. I'm not carrying him on my shoulders. My legs are a bit, weak. Maybe it's just the ball.
I'll carry
Jason Tan. So we've got a squad. We've got a squad together now. We've got four of us coming to this festival.
All right, let's do it. We have a concert already. Yeah.
We got four in the VIP. This is going to be great. So, right, Bobby, I think we've got. I mean, I don't mind going overtime tonight because I'm having so much fun. No. But wait, we got a fifth. Josephine's coming too. Excellent. This is getting.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, Jason. Yeah,
the support is all here. So anyway, Bobby, we've got a little bit of time left, but I don't mind going overtime because I'm having a bit of fun here. But I think it would be great to finish on. I think play us one more original song because they are going down very well with the audience, and then we do have a couple of requests, which, I know you might not always like taking them, but there are a couple of good songs that I want to hear you play, so I'm going to force you to.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can play the song. Like, if I can, I don't know if trying is good enough, but I will see what songs people have requested, and I'll see if I can play them.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll surprise you with them after you're done with your next song. Okay. What's it going to be on the piano, or you're going to bring the guitar back out?
I write all my original songs on my guitar, actually. Yeah.
Excellent. Take it away.
Yeah. The song's called Midnight in Prague. Sorry. the street. The orange warmness crawled inside our skins. I'm addicted now. Walk patiently, enjoy these paths we're taking down this old city. Feet on our grounds, walking on the edges of your clouds, watching all the colors from the south of Prague. Close your eyes, count to 10 before you open those eyes again. Take a deep, deep breath. You're lifted now. One evening, it's not enough for us at all to count to 10. Let's stay up a little longer. Oh, put the sun back out with hammock. The love we prepared, it's hanging by a thread. Love that we had. This city light caught our full attention. Hands to hands we live with no life expectation. Close your eyes, count to 10 before you open those eyes again. Take a deep, deep breath. Your nose to mine. Take my hands. Feel the wind on your shoulder. Knowing everything is better. I'm with you now. In this bigger city, there's so many people we see, not from our small fishy home. Oh, we take as much as lively, live so easily, smiling, thanking, wishing till we're gone. Oh, oh, oh. So baby, close your eyes, count to 10 before you open those eyes again. Take a deep, deep breath. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Thank you, guys.
Once, yeah, I just can't stop clapping for you, Bobby. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jacob.
Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah. Guys at home, show the love, show some hands. I think you've put everybody into stunned silence because yeah, I think that was about the most heart-tugging one you played so far. There was real soul in that one, Bobby. I really enjoyed it.
It's actually I can safely say it's probably like my favorite song to write. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun writing it, and
well, I think yeah, you can tell just with the energy in your voice. Like, I mean, there's always energy in your voice, of course, but this one has something a little bit more raw to it in a good way.
It's very me.
But,
it's very me.
Okay. It's very you. Bobby. That's very true. It's as you with that avocado shirt. That's a great song. All right, so then before we unfortunately have to say goodnight, we're going to go over time a little bit because I'm enjoying myself. But we have a couple of requests. One or two have come up. I think from here you get to choose. Howard wants either Britney Spears, who I know you're a big fan of, or Andy Limmer's request, "Love You Like a Love Song" by the good old Selena Gomez.
Okay.
Both of which are excellent songs, both of which I know you can do in your sleep. But both of which do you want to do? Either of which do you want to do? Which would you
I don't mind.
Can you do either of them?
Do it all the time, but I don't mind doing a short version of "Love You Like a Love Song" if you guys are okay with that. I mean, I haven't played that song in a long time, but I remember playing it a long time ago. "Love You Like a Love Song." It's like it's one of my favorite songs to play.
I bet it's
my shower song, actually.
I bet it will come. True. Okay. I bet it will come straight back to you. Try it out. Try it out. The notes will. Yeah, the notes will come.
Let me search for lyrics real quick, just to "Love You Like a Love Song." I sing mostly love songs tonight, Jacob.
You are. There must be something in the air tonight.
Yeah. So it must be.
Wasn't that a song by?
It's been showing. So thank you so much, ALYFE, for inviting me and having me. This is really fun. This feels like a talk show. I feel like I'm a celebrity, even though I'm not. Is this what being famous feels like?
Not yet. Not yet. Once we fill out Booker Jalal Stadium, you can kind of then.
Yeah.
You will be one with Bobby Tan.
Next will be the first talk show that I'll be on. Like, if that ever happens, yeah.
Hey, we could do that. I think ALYFE can do it all.
Yeah.
We could do that.
You'll be a perfect host, Jacob.
Oh, now you're too kind.
Yeah, you're kind.
I think. Yeah, behind the safety of the screen, maybe, but on stage, I'm not like you. I don't have it in me. If only I could play an instrument.
I mean, look at you. You're doing pretty well yourself right now.
I'm having fun. It's been a good week.
Mm-hmm.
But only thanks to guests like you. The guests and the audience, actually, for that matter. The audience are always like Josephine there. Love is always in the air. Absolutely right, yeah. Josephine. Love is always in the air. And it has been this week. We've had a really good week. We've had a lot of good speakers, like a lot of good guests, not only guest speakers, but also coming to watch the shows itself. There's been a lot of very positive interaction. I think people have enjoyed it. I hope people have learned something, but it's always really nice to wrap up the day with a live music performance.
Right. Because you were just mentioning about everybody tries to take something away from every talk that you have, right? So
exactly.
Kind of take anything away from this session with me today is that show some vulnerabilities. Like, I think one of my favorite singer-songwriters once said that it's part of our job as singer-songwriter to be vulnerable, because if you don't shed everything that feels like a facade to anyone else, I don't think that you'll be able to produce something genuine, because genuinity is what really hits someone.
Of course, it's what makes you. It is all part of what makes you, and what makes you is your creative self. And you got to. I'm not much of a singer-songwriter myself, but I do know that without being real and raw and honest about it all, then what's the point?
Right. Yeah, because
I do that even when I'm a copywriter. I write marketing stuff, but even when I write marketing stuff, you still got to feel it. You still got to believe in it, right? And what you're doing with your craft is taking that 1,000,000 times further and 100 times deeper. So I respect it a lot. I'm very, very jealous that you jealous is the wrong word, because you've worked extremely hard, and God knows how many hours of practice you put in. So I'm very, very impressed. All right. So do you have the lyrics?
Yes, I do.
Over to you.
Okay.
I believe Andy Lim is going to have a big smile on his face. Yeah, Andy Lim is going to have a big smile on his face very soon.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's always a good thing to keep that guy smiling, right?
Absolutely. Andy, if you're listening, I know you are. This one is for you.
This one's for you. It's been said and done. Every beautiful thought's been already sung. And I guess right now here's another one. So your melody will play on and on with the best of them. You are beautiful, like a dream come alive, incredible, centerfold, miracle, lyrical. You saved my life again. And I want you to know, baby, I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, I love you like a love song, baby. And I keep it in repeat, beep, 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 beep. I love you like a love song, baby. Sing it, guys. I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, I love you like a love song, baby. And I keep it in repeat constantly. Boy, you play through my mind like a symphony. No way to describe what you do to me, what you do to me, what you do to me. And it feels like I've been rescued, I've been set free. I am hypnotized by your destiny. You are magical, lyrical, beautiful. You are. And I want you to know, baby, I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, I love you like a love song, baby. And I keep it in repeat, beep, 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 beep. I love you like a love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. I love you. No one compares. You stand alone to every record I own. Music to my heart, that's what you are. This song may goes on and on. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you like a love song.
Wow. I think honestly, I mean, all of your original songs are amazing, but the biggest round of applause of the night, I think, has to be so much.
Thank you, Jacob.
How did you? Amazing. I mean, there's nothing like an original composition, but the way you just hit those notes, Bobby, I've got to give you the biggest props of the night go to that song.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Yeah. That was amazing. Well, I think literally the perfect high note to end the evening on, if you don't mind the terrible pun. But thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, for sharing your songs and your story. I think both equally as amazing and as interesting as the others. So I know that the people at home watching have had an amazing time. All of them, so many comments sharing the love. I know Jason Tan's very happy. Josephine loves you.
Thank you so much.
I can't show his name, their name, sorry, because they haven't logged into StreamYard. But you know,
I want to know who you are.
Text him later. I'm not going to put your number on screen because this is going to go out, you know, on public YouTube channels. So maybe better not. But if you want to reach Bobby, by the way, guys, here's a quick plug. Instagram below. Bobby, you can reach him on Instagram at Crayon Chin. Yeah, there you go.
That's my Chinese
name. So hopefully we
Crayon though.
That's him. Chin.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of love in the comments tonight, Bobby, and I just know that anybody watching this, whether live or whether they're catching up on replay tomorrow or catching it on YouTube, months after this has been recorded, I know they'll enjoy it, you know, over and over and over again, just like I will. In fact, I'll probably watch this back tomorrow, maybe even tonight.
Jacob, you're sweet. Thank you so much. You're being too kind.
Yeah. Absolutely not, Bobby. The pleasure is very much all mine. Look, thank you very much for joining us. And look, maybe with the extension, we'll get to do this again sometime. I think.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Maybe next time around we'll switch it the other way. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm a bit rusty on the old. I haven't picked up a guitar since ever. Actually, that's a lie. I learned guitar when I was like 13 years old, but I
never
didn't
knew
have
that. I never knew you played the guitar.
Yeah, I kept it a bit of a secret. Yeah, it's not really something worth sharing. So sadly, you're not going to get me singing, but who knows? Maybe you can interview me. Although I think the audience tune out pretty swiftly. So maybe
about how you get in such amazing shape and
this is the in fact this is just a shirt which is now too small for me because I've been eating too much during the lockdown. This is shape. This is shape. It's just a very round shape.
I believe you. Yeah. I'm sure our audience wants to see Jacob take their shirt off. Take his shirt off. Yeah, catch take his shirt off.
Yeah, I'm not taking my shirt off. I don't care how much wine I've had to drink. I'm not taking my
shirt off.
Anyway, on that note, I'm just going to talk over you now. On that note, Bobby, I'm going to take you off screen and say goodnight to you before this gets too dark, even for a late night session. So we'll say goodnight, goodbye, and thank you.
I appreciate it.
You've been amazing, guys. No, of course not. And show the love to Bobby. Go follow him on Instagram. He posts up like a lot of his performances. You know, he always lets his fans know where he's playing, and believe me, there are a lot of fans. So go check him out on Instagram. Catch him on his next live performance, which hopefully will not be via virtual. I mean, actually, no, I kind of hope it is via virtual session. But hopefully we get to watch you. Hopefully we get to watch you. You know, at a proper venue soon. You know, so. With that, Bobby, we'll love you and leave you. Thank you so much, and for staying over time as well, and for showing us,
thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good night.
Right. Good night, Bobby. Thank you. All right, guys, there you have it. What a wonderful, wonderful session that was. That was Bobby Tan, who plays regularly, actually, on the live music circuit in and around KL, and he does a fantastic job while doing so, playing both originals and covers, and as you've just seen, does an amazing job of both. And so hopefully we can welcome them back before the lockdown is lifted. That's all for today. That is a wrap on day 4 of ALYFE Connect, our virtual only event brought to you by ALYFE Group. Tomorrow we are due another full day session with a lot of special guests. I will be your host all day throughout. Check out the schedule and keep an eye out for the post in the Facebook group. We are welcoming some fashion owners. We're having another happy hour, I believe. And off the top of my head, do you know, in all this excitement, I can't quite remember who I'm speaking with tomorrow, but it promises to be an amazing day. So tune in tomorrow. Keep an eye on the schedule keep an eye on the Facebook group for the schedule. For now, stay safe, stay indoors, and stay tuned. We'll see you later. Good night, and thank you again.